Hey guys, today I'm excited to give you my spoiler-free thoughts on The Boogeyman. Now let me tell you, there is a reason that they moved this from streaming to a theatrical release. It comes exclusively to theaters on June 2nd. You guys do not want to miss it. If you are a horror fan, you should be there night one with a packed theater of other horror fans just doing this all night. Because that's literally what I did when I watched it. I leaned back in my seat as far as I could. I leaned down to feel like protected. Watched pretty much through my fingers. Now, this is rated PG-13, but do not let that fool you because The Boogeyman is absolutely terrifying. It really, truly feels like it should be R-rated. If you guys have been around my channel for a while or my site for a while, you know I am so lenient with what I let my children see. They are 10 and 11, and my 10-year-old daughter's favorite movie right now is Megan, like, to put it that way, okay? They've seen all of the Avengers movies, all of the Marvel movies. Like, I don't really hide a lot of stuff from them. The Boogeyman is something I will not let them see. And let me tell you that my youngest is really not exactly thrilled with my decision when I came home from the screening and I said, yeah, you're not going to see this movie. She was not very happy with me at all. But it is so scary. It is literal nightmare fuel. I came home. Of course, there was a Q&A after with the director, which will be up after the film releases, but he talked so many spoilers. There was absolutely no way I could put it up beforehand. So if you haven't already subscribed and hit the notification bell, be sure to do so that you don't miss out on that incredible, eye-opening Q&A that's filled with ins and outs and lots of spoilery stuff talking about the creature, script, casting, Easter eggs, all sorts of fun stuff. So again, that's going to come out on June 2nd because I can't risk putting it up ahead of time. It is literally filled with spoilers, but I came home at it was 10:30 by the time I got home because it was a later screening, and then it was a 45-minute Q&A, and then I got home and literally all the lights were off in my house. My husband was watching TV in the bedroom with the lights off, and I walked in and I said, "Are you trying to kill me?" He's like, "It's PG-13." I'm like, "No." It was terrifying. I was so scared. I immediately came in and was turning on all the lights. Listen, I'm so thankful I don't have a pet because if you guys have seen the trailers, then you know, the Boogeyman's eyes glow like your pet's eyes glow in the dark. And I was like, I would make my pet sleep, I don't even know, far away where I can't ever see their eyes if I had a pet right now because my goodness, it is so freaking scary. And that is what this movie does so well. So it takes an already terrifying short story from Stephen King, the master of horror, right, guys? And then just twists it and turns it and adds to it. And like what Rob Savage does is so smart and so brilliant. He takes this to the next level in the first and second act, and then in the third act raises his own bar. It's what is going on here? As with any monster movie, it's scarier when you don't see the monster, okay? And he told us during the Q&A that there's less, a minute and a half or something less screen time than the Alien and Alien, and or a second, I think, and a second less than the shark in Jaws, right? So yeah, second, not minute. But it's you barely see the creature, and that's the point, right? So the first and second act are very yes, there's jump scares. Don't get me wrong, there's definitely some jump scares, but there's a lot of those tense, what's gonna happen, what's going on moments where you're just sitting there and your heart is pounding, beating out of your chest because you know something is gonna happen. There's something coming and you can't help it, and you're scared and you're scared and you're scared. Those moments drag on so long. And that is what makes this truly terrifying, right? You've seen in the trailer, there's that moment with the red blinking light and it starts getting slower blinking. That scene is oh my God, I could have peed my pants, probably. It was so scary. I didn't. I promise you I didn't. But I definitely could have. And it's not just when you see the creature, it's very, very scary. It's very quick glimpses. Third act, you get to see quite a bit more of the creature. That is where it raises its own bar. And it's crazy, but it's the lore here that really, truly gets you. The Boogeyman, I'm literally looking over at my closet as I say this. It's scary. I'm alone in the house right now. The Boogeyman is legit nightmare fuel. This is what man has been afraid of since the beginning of time, right? This creature is primordial. It's just been here forever. And that is what is so scary. And something that works really well, like I said, you don't see the creature a lot, which is like the point, right? That's what makes it so scary. They also only say the words the boogeyman once in the entire film. And actually Rob said he didn't even want to say it once, but they had to, and the way that it's done, it's not even laughable, right? You're like already so scared at that moment that you're like, okay, like it's scary. It's so scary. I don't really know how else to describe it. The cast is so good. The story is like really intriguing, right? Because the story is that these two girls, Sadie and Sawyer, they lost their mother unexpectedly, and now they're kind of having to deal with that. And their father, Will, is a therapist. So of course, you know, he's just trying to like therapize whatever, right? His theories are all like therapist related on why they're seeing this creature. And, you know, it's just, so basically what happens at the very beginning, this man comes in, that's David Dastmalin, and who's so good in this tiny little role, but he's so good and so believable and so perfect. Absolutely the right casting for that. Comes in to see him and unknowingly kind of unleashes the boogeyman on the family. Is sort of how it works, right? Very early on, that's not a spoiler. That's just, he just kind of brings them into, because the boogeyman feeds on like trauma, right? And that's what is so scary about it. It's crazy. It's oh my gosh, I'm having like visions from the film. It's very, very, very scary, you guys. I was so like on the edge of my seat. You guys know I love horror. I love to be scared, but I was like legit terrified at points. I jumped, I screamed, I was hiding. Like there's a lot going on here. But back to the cast, right? We have Sophie Thatcher, who's phenomenal, who plays Sadie. I mean, if you've watched Yellow Jackets, you know how good she is. It's come as no surprise that she has once again proven just how incredible she is, especially in a film like this, right? You have to root for the main characters or a horror movie doesn't work. And between her and her sister, Sawyer, who is played by Vivian Lyra Blair, who you may also know as Little Leia, she's phenomenal as well. The two are fantastic together, right? There's some funny moments, like, haha, break the tension moments, but it's not a funny movie, right? It's intense, it's scary, it's a horror movie, and it is terrifying. Again, do not let the PG-13 rating fool you. This feels much more like an R-rated film. I don't know how they got away with making it PG-13. It is a mystery to me. I have no idea. But you guys let me know if you're excited for the Boogeyman down below in the comments. Like I said, I will have that Q&A up with the director once the movie is in theaters on June 2nd. Definitely see it in the theater. You're not going to want to watch it alone. I can promise you that. You might want to have a flashlight with you, and you might want to leave all the lights on in your house when you leave. So when you come home, they're all on. Because, listen, the electric bill will be worth it. Because it is going to be something to walk into a dark house, especially if you have a pet, and their eyes are glaring at you from across the room. You'll be having a heart attack. I promise you. It's not going to be good. Just leave the lights on. Listen, I give the Boogeyman a 4.5 out of 5 because I loved the lore. I loved the creature. I was scared, and I really enjoyed the movie. It is one I will watch again much later on down the road when I make sure I have a large group of friends around me and I am not alone. But I really liked it. It's really good. I want more. Listen, I want a prequel. I want like stories from all over the earth. Like, I don't care. I want more. I want more of the Boogeyman because it was done so well. And of course, there's tons of Stephen King Easter eggs sprinkled throughout. It takes that short and just raises it to the next level while also giving nods to that short as well. I cannot recommend it enough, especially for horror fans. I know I've been rambling, so I'm going to stop rambling, but listen, go see it in theaters. You're not going to want to watch it alone, and you're definitely going to want to check it out. But just be warned, this is not your average PG-13 horror film. I can promise you that. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I have to say this stuff. I think it's like a requirement to be on YouTube. You can follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I'm MamasGeeky over there, MamasGeeky. And you can also check me out at MamasGeeky.com. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.